Alright, this is video 3 tonight, and tonight's video is fan mail. Like I said in the second video, you guys did a lot of questions, brought in a lot of stuff. And some are good, some are out there. So, some I could tell a few of my friends sent them in, smart asses. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into it. Question 1 is, all in their prime, you know how this is gonna go. Lashley versus Ricky Steamboat versus Kane versus HBK. Who wins and how? So you got two powerhouses, a high flyer, and a great technical wrestler. Now, if you're asking how I would book it, this is what I would do. I put Steamboat wins the match in Fatal 4-Way, so it's not elimination. First pinfall counts. Steamboat wins the match. Here's how I got the finish. Kane clotheslines Lashley over the top rope. Turns around and eats a sweet chin music from HBK. Steamboat sneaks up and pins Shawn with a roll-up from behind. Steamboat gets the 1, 2, 3. Match is over. Ricky Steamboat beats Lashley, Kane, and HBK. Ooh. Oh, my apologies. Well, yeah. Steamboat's always been a favorite of mine, and when I got asked this question, sadly he was going to be the one that'd probably win. And if you think about it, yeah. Kane runs up, knocks Lashley out of the ring. So Lashley's incapacitated. Turns around, gets sweet chin music, hits the ground, probably rolls out, ringside. Steamboat grabs HBK from behind, but rolls him up. That's the end of that one. So that's my answer for question 1. Alright, go ahead and move along. What's your thoughts on the new A&E Treasure Show? I think you meant what's my thoughts on the new WWE Treasure Show. I thought it was cool, actually. Seeing some of the stars go back and, after their memorabilia, stuff that people ain't seen in a while. I caught the McFoley one, looking for Socko, looking for his flannel. They traded the flannel for the barbed wire 2x4. And the guy that had the flannel had a good point. He didn't want to trade the barbed wire 2x4 that was used in one match for something that was used through her whole career. I'd have held on to it. Told him, thanks for the tour and everything, but this just isn't enough. That would have been me personally. I understand why WWE's trying to get all the memorabilia back that they can. Taker's coat they got. Kane's Unabomber, the original Kane debut mask. Apparently, and this isn't proven, but a lot of the rumors going around is that WWE is going to take the warehouse that they have with everything they still have in it and turn it into like a museum for tourism. So, it's a way for WWE to make money with what's going on. Open up like a museum if they will. I'm sure Vince can find some prime real estate with the connections he has. There's a lot of people that will help with that. And hey, it's a great way to make some more money. There's a lot of fans out there. That would be a tourist attraction. That'd be on my bucket list to go to and see. Like I said, a great way for the company to make money. I'm all for this show. It's pretty cool. There's some people that are naysaying it, but you know what, honestly, it's an alright show to me. Is it the best? Well, no, but, get to see some of the superstars, get to see some of the things you ain't seen in years. It's pretty nice. Alright. So, question 3. Big Cass debuts at Impact. That was all I got in the email. Nothing else. I did see that Big Cass debuted at Impact Rebellion. Not a fan of his. I'm really not. He's a big guy. He's strong. He moves good. For a while there, I thought WWE could have did something with him. Obviously, everyone by now knows the problems he had backstage with the drinking. The fact of Eric Rowan had to be pulled off of him when I don't know if it's true or not, but, even Uncle Dave was stating that he got drunk and belligerent and actually grabbed onto Carmella's arm really hard and was trying to drag her through the backstage. Eric Rowan happened to see it and was upset, and a fight ensued. The next day, it is confirmed that Vince had everyone, while the ring was being set up, production was still working, had everyone out of that ringside and fired him right in front of everybody. I'm not a big Cass fan. I think he really screwed his career with that. He had something. I'm not saying he's not talented. He just kind of blew it. And now he's an Impact, which, yeah, I don't see him going anywhere. I don't see his career moving forward. I don't see him being successful now. They've had big guys before, and they completely screwed it up. So, I guess it remains to be seen. I'm just not a fan of his. I'm sorry to anyone out there that is, but I guess we'll just wait and find out. Alright, number 4 on tonight's fan mail. What's your thoughts on Bob Backlund's return to the WWF? I know he returned, for a couple of years. He also returned at a Rumble or two. More than once, actually. 3? Was it 3? I'll have to get back to you on that. I believe it was 3 or 4. My thoughts, if you're talking about his actual run to where he was there for quite a while, that's mentioning, his whole lunatic and psycho run he had. He did get the WWF title back, don't get me wrong. Yes, he lost it to Diesel, which I would have rather Backlund held the title, because Backlund in his prime was a badass. As you can see on the Off the Mat page, a lot of you already seen it. I shared it to the groups. Backlund's all beat to shit. He's just sitting there drinking their Japanese beer another day at the office. Great shooter, catch can style, great worker. Was, reliable. People could count on him. He'd put butts in seats. Great worker. Honestly, his run coming back crazy. Yeah, he had the crossface chicken wing. To this day, I still love that maneuver. For me, it hurt his legacy. It really did. It made him just look like a nut bar. Nuttier than a squirrel turd, nuttier than a payday bar. And they didn't need to do that with him. If he wanted to return to the ring, fine. No one would have had any problem with Bob Backlund coming back to the ring. No one would have had a problem with him having the title. But the way they did it, and they made him look goofy, they made him look off his rocker, it hurt his legacy. For me, as a fan, it wasn't needed. Let the guy get in the ring and do what made him famous to begin with. And that's my thoughts on that one. Question 5, and when I pulled this out of the fan mail today, I actually started laughing because I know who sent this in, and this ain't the first time, so I'm finally going to address this question because to me it just needs to be said. Could John Cena return leading the new NWO? I'd rather watch Jonathan Coachman have a popcorn fart out of his ass while he licks a bullfrog. No. The NWO, that's beating a dead horse. Before its demise, they had so many members. They branched off into the Wolfpack. They branched off back into, one unit. They branched off again as the Black and White. Jarrett was part of it. Oh my God. They did not come during the invasion angle, which I will be doing a video on that to tell you my thoughts on where they fucked up with that. But didn't come with the invasion angle. Vince brought him in as the poison he was going to inject into his company. All it did is piss Austin off because he did not get to work with Hogan. He got stuck with Scott Hall. That was one of the things he was pissed about. Do I think Cena could return with the NWO, leading them as a heel? No. Would it be nice to see him return? Maybe, especially with everything going on, COVID, having another star. Obviously, he would just be a part-timer. They've already given part-timers, 4-match-a-year contracts. So, yeah, I'm sure they could find something for him to do. Returning as the new leader of the NWO, no. Obviously, they could keep Hogan, Nash, Pac, Hall away from it, have Cena in a new group. maybe they can do something, but we've already seen where WWE fails with factions. Not in years past, don't get me wrong. Lately, insanity. They broke up Undisputed Era, which was stupid. Retribution put all these big guys together, made them look strong. What did they do a couple weeks later? Yeah, I think Kevin Dunn wiped his butt with Retribution, honestly. So, bringing back another stable, just no. Cena as leader of the new NWO, no. You're beating a dead horse. Sorry. NWO was amazing. I was a WWE fan. Will be to the day I die. But no, Cena as NWO new leader, let it go. All right. Question 6 of the Night's Fan Mail, doing 10 tonight. Your thoughts on Adam Page losing to Brian Cage on this week's Dynamite? Oh, Christ. What more proof do you need that when they get talented wrestlers, they don't know what to do? I love Dynamite. I love AEW. I am a fan of that show. I'm not scared to admit it. I love older wrestling, NWA. I love NWA Styles. I love Ring of Honor. I still watch some WWE. I cannot stand the whole Tribal Chief thing. Raw has been a yawn, and usually when I take a nap. But, oh God. Adam Page loses to Brian Cage. Before the match even starts, Team Taz jumps Page. Right then, it should have been ruled a no contest. And right then is your chance to give a stipulation next week for Blood and Guts. Page takes on Brian Cage with the match stipulation. Not just, hey, this week these guys have no feud at all, let's just put them in a no DQ match. Falls Count Anywhere match, no holds barred, whatever. If they would have jumped Page in the beginning, did not have the match, move on to next week, they could have put a stipulation in, that would have been a good match. Instead, you get Team Taz jumping Adam Page before the match even starts. And Adam Page is ranked first right now in the rankings? Should be going up there dealing with the world title Kenny Omega, who I've said numerous times they need to have Page fight for the belt. Kenny's beating him in the tournament for number one contender. Adam Page lost to Jericho in the one title shot he's ever gotten. This stuff is awesome. So, why not have Page do it? Instead, you have Brian Cage, who is a big guy. He's a powerhouse. I know Brian from Dreamwave here in Illinois. Big guy, moves like a cruiserweight, strong, can talk, has a look. A great wrestler. Don't get me wrong. I have no problem with him in the ring. But Adam Page should be first in line. Been there since the company started. Been putting in work, kicking ass, taking names. They completely dropped the whole cowboy shit already and threw him with the Dark Order. Problem is, he's not even in the Dark Order. He has not joined them. He says it on camera numerous times. Are they buddies? Yeah. Do they watch his back? Yeah. Have him join him by now already. Otherwise, you're literally just throwing guys that everyone with a wrestling mentality can understand. You don't know what the fuck to do with. So you had Brian Cage beat Adam Page in the middle of the ring, 1, 2, 3. Can I say it was a clean win? No. Because he got jumped before the match. Is this going to lead to a match of Blood and Guts? You got to do something with it, otherwise it was for nothing. You just hurt Page's momentum for no reason. The Dark Order came out, backed him up again. That's my thoughts on that. AEW is dropping the ball with Page. They continue to drop the ball with Page. When they have people that do work and can work, they don't know what to do. Alright. Yeah. Seriously. Right, question 7 tonight. Who do you think will win the title match on tomorrow's SmackDown? Roman Reigns or Daniel Bryan? Well, that's an easy one. Golden Boy keeps the title. Daniel Bryan said it for a while now. He doesn't know how much longer he has. He's actually wanting to retire. And I mean, what better way than at least in the title match? But let's be real. Vince ain't taking the title off Roman at all. I still think it was weird that Edge was laying on Bryan's shoulders for at least 5 seconds before Roman put his boot on him, pinning them both. So technically, Edge had Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania pinned for a 8 count at the least. But yeah, I'm hoping that Roman drops the title eventually to Cesaro. Sorry, you guys are blowing up that Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair post. I'd rather see Roman drop to Cesaro at this point. I think he's long overdue, long overlooked, great worker. How do I actually see the match ending tomorrow night? Either in a DQ, which a lot of matches should be ending in a DQ because Jay interferes in every one of Roman's matches. Or honestly, how can they do it to where Roman keeps the title and Bryan actually stays on SmackDown? Well, there's no winner if it's a double countout. Roman could say, hey, I told you I didn't want to see you. Daniel Bryan could fire back with, well, you never beat me. There's technically no winner, and that's how you do it. I'd rather see Roman lose the belt, but like I said, we all know that's not going to happen, so they got to have some way to end that match. Either Roman's going to beat him by cheating, or it's going to be a DQ. Roman keeps the title, which will mean, Daniel Bryan wins the match but not the belt. A double count out, he's still allowed to stay on the show because Roman technically didn't beat him. Alright, question 8 for tonight's fan mail. Team RK Bro. That's all it said in the email. It did not say anything else, and that's my opinions. It just had a lot of exclamation points, a lot of O's and bro. So I'm guessing you want me to talk about that. I did catch a little bit of that on Raw on Monday night. Interesting pairing. And you look at Orton, 13 13-time champ. Good pairing. Orton brings the veterans, experience in it. Riddle's just Matt Riddle, and everyone sees him as a goofball. So, pairing him with Orton kind of does make sense because he can keep him grounded, if you will. And keep him centered, more focused. Everyone knows Orton when he first came in. He was a hothead and got himself in a lot of trouble. A lot backstage as well. And he needed, a veteran to actually step in and tell him, hey, quit messing up. Most of that was Taker. Triple H told him the same thing. Edge pulled him aside and told him, you're going to knock it off or I'm going to knock you out. So, yeah, seeing him with Riddle, it's nice. And it's kind of cool that the young kid actually impressed Orton to the point where Orton asked to work with him. That definitely says a lot. So, yeah, all I can say is let's see where that goes. Do I see them winning like the Raw tag belts? Maybe. Who knows? Like everyone's guessing, is Orton going to turn on him and RKO him out of nowhere? It's Randy. Maybe. But if you look at them, honestly, their styles, yes, they clash, but so has most good pairings out of nowhere as tag teams. So seeing Orton and Riddle become a team, it's interesting to me. It really is. I think they're going to do good, and Riddle's a brawler, a striker, a high flyer. Orton's technical, ground and pound. Does not mind hurting anyone. It's going to be good to see. So I have to keep my eye on that. I will be keeping my eye on that. All right, moving on though tonight because I got these last 2 questions, and like I said, we're doing 3 videos tonight. All of them will be uploaded tomorrow. Or if you're watching this, actually, It'll be already uploaded, obviously. Sorry. I know you guys don't like when I do that. Question 9 tonight. When Vince brought back ECW, who would you say benefited the most? I wouldn't say Vince himself benefited, except for when his, trash run with the ECW title. But I've gotten asked this before on a live podcast, like on live air. If I had to name one person that probably benefited from Vince bringing ECW back under WWE banner, as garbage as it was, and it was not ECW that we remember, I can think of one guy that benefited from that. Just one. CM Punk. Phil Brooks. He got his start on the ECW banner, maybe? ECW show. He got a start there on Sci-Fi. Worked his way up. Eventually won the ECW title. Lost it. Moved to Raw, I believe, was first. Got wins there. He got his start on ECW, and look where he was. Best in the world. One of the longest reigning champions in the last decade. Became the CM Punk we know with the pipe bomb, everything. But he got his start on that show. Christian also won the ECW title. Tommy Dreamer won it. Everyone knows Dreamer's been around for years now. Christian too. But Punk definitely benefited the most. I would say that actually kicked off his career. I know he was in TNA. I know he had a lot of success in Ring of Honor. But in WWE, it was definitely under the ECW banner. Easily, CM Punk was the guy that came out on top of that. I will say that till I'm blue in the face. Alright. Now, number 10, I actually had this a couple weeks ago, and I know I haven't got to it, but it was really sitting on top of the stack of stuff that was sent in. Name 2 rising stars from AEW you would like to see with the belt. So, everyone in this giant roster AEW currently has right now. Obviously, I'm going to get called biased on this, but I really just feel Adam Page should have a run with the AEW title. I think he's got a talented future ahead of him, bright future ahead of him, and they're dropping the ball. And I did this as I did one babyface pick, and that'd be Adam Page. I did one heel pick. And the heel pick, honestly, he gets so much shit and gets shitted on, and people seem to forget what a real heel is. It's his job to make you hate him. It's his job to piss you off. It's his job to make you want to reach over that guardrail and choke the life out of him before he even makes it to the ring. So as a heel and as my heel pick for, a guy I'd like to see with the belt one day, Maxwell Jacob Newman, MJF. He would definitely be my second pick for that. He's another one that's earned it. He's doing every angle they can. Screwed Cody over. Had good matches there. Won the, what is that called? Won the Diamond Ring. Got put in Inner Circle. Did that whole thing with the heels. Turned on the Inner Circle. We all seen it coming. Is now in the Pinnacle. They got a match coming up. Obviously, it looks just like War Games, but they can't call it that. Even though Dusty came up with it, and I would think legally Cody'd have some namesake to it, but, you see how that goes. But yeah, MJF would definitely be the heel. Adam Page would be the babyface, and those two just make sense to me. I mean, shit, you could even, should something ever happen, and the AEW World title gets vacated, those two should be in the match to fight. I think either Adam Page against Kenny Omega, and I know I'm going to get so much shit for this because some of you love Kenny, some of you hate Kenny. I think either Kenny against Adam Page would be a good pay-per-view match. Fuck. I could even see Kenny against MJF with Kenny and his group of goons with Don Callis, Good Brothers, Young Bucks, watching his back. They try to screw over MJF. Out comes Pinnacle. Or you could literally have that entire group I just mentioned with Kenny Omega try to keep Adam Page down, and Adam Page makes the babyface comeback and wins the whole shebang. Wins the belt, makes them all look, you try to keep me down, but I just beat every one of you. You can't tell me that wouldn't at least sell pay-per-view tickets, put some more butts in the seats, especially with them going on the road soon. Page would do what he needs to do. That is tonight's 10 questions, and that is tonight's fan mail video. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, like, comment, subscribe, follow us on the page, leave page reviews, follow us on Twitter. Keep sending in the fan mail, guys. I promise I will get videos out as early as I can. And that is tonight's video. I'll catch you guys later. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Catch you guys tomorrow.